So, you want to own a rental property? My name is Garrett Wong, owner of Upper Edge Property Management. In today's segment, I'm going to be speaking about offers, or more specifically, what to put in your offer to purchase. Let's get right into it. Once you've decided on the ideal rental property, the next step is to buy it. And how do you do that? With a contract called an offer to purchase. This segment is all about best suggestions from my colleagues in the industry. The ideal situation, of course, is to have a realtor working with you that is knowledgeable and knows their way around these very specific legal contracts, because that's exactly what an offer to purchase is. It's a legal binding contract, so you need to make sure you protect yourself. So where do you start? If you're buying something on market with your realtor, they'll use a standard residential offer to purchase form. These are standardized, are occasionally updated, but more importantly are written by real estate board lawyers and serve as a good basic agreement. If you're purchasing the property with a private seller, some colleagues I know still use some version of the real estate board's offer to purchase just because its language is such that it appears to cover most situations to protect the average buyer. If you want to go a step further, here are a few tips you can include the next time you purchase a property. So, conditions versus other terms. Okay, now these are sections you're going to see in the offer. A mistake most people make is to put all of their offer to purchase details under conditions, but the issue here is that once they're removed, these conditions are null and void. Let's give you an example. Let's say you want 3 walkthroughs before possession and you listed that under conditions section of the offer. Once the 3 walkthroughs have been completed, the vendors are not required to provide you with any other access to the property. If you wanted walkthroughs after the conditions are removed, you should really list this under the other terms section, so it will still be a valid request even after all of the conditions have been removed. Your second tip here, watch your wording when you're wanting trades, home inspections, business partners, and other types of people going through the property, or really any other stipulation you have written into the agreement. If a vendor were to ask for evidence of one of these conditions and you couldn't exactly prove that you didn't move forward with the purchase for that reason, then you're technically forced to close. A better statement to include, and I'll throw this up on the screen, is the purchaser reserves the right to X time for due diligence satisfactory to the sole and absolute discretion of the buyer. Again, the purchaser reserves the right to blank time for due diligence satisfactory to the sole and absolute discretion of the buyer. All right, this stuff is pretty dry for a YouTube video, but there's lots of good nuggets here. Hopefully you found them helpful, and we'll see you next week.